Hello, my name is Christina Fay, and this is an educational video about REBT. REBT stands for Rational Emotive Behavioral Therapy. REBT is both an anti-deterministic and psychoeducational theory. This means that REBT does not believe that an individual's past determines their future. Individuals have free will to make choices that impact their lives. REBT seeks to educate clients on the therapy process so that they can actively use it on their own. REBT believes that an individual develops a way of understanding the world through their unique philosophy. This philosophy often becomes a habitual belief system, which can support irrational beliefs that lead to unhealthy behaviors and emotional distress. One's philosophical conditioning can foster inflexible manners of thinking, which in turn can create inaccurate views of events called cognitive distortions. Examples of cognitive distortions include awfulizing, I can't stand it-itis, demands, and people rating. Cognitive distortions are always accompanying irrational beliefs, either one or more of the 12 irrational beliefs or one or more of the 3 core irrational beliefs. The 3 core irrational beliefs are: I must always be approved of and liked or loved by everyone. You should always treat me well and act the way that I think you should. And life should always be just and fair. While REBT therapists use many techniques to get clients to recognize their irrational beliefs and replace them with more rational ways of thinking, the most frequently used education tool that therapists use is educating their clients on the ABCDEs of feeling and behavior. We begin with A. A is the activating event. For example, an individual goes to tell their spouse about their exciting day, and their spouse barely acknowledges what they said. Next, this may result in cognitive self-statements about the activating event. For the individual telling their spouse about their day, these statements may include, I feel they don't care about me, I'm not important, and I can't deal with their disregard of me. Next is B, or the irrational beliefs about the activating event. We can see that the individual is experiencing irrational belief number 3 and core irrational belief number 2. The idea that it is horrible when things are not the way we like them to be, and you should always treat me well and act the way you think I should. Next is C, or possible consequences for the irrational beliefs. For the individual in our example, feeling consequences may include hopelessness and depression, and behavioral consequences may include isolation and becoming argumentative with their spouse. In the example, the cognitive distortions that drive these beliefs are awfulizing and I can't stand it-itis. Next, the therapist will address the D of the ABCDEs of feeling and behavior by disputing the individual's irrational beliefs. For the example, they may ask, does your spouse show you other ways in which they care? What other evidence do you have that says that you're unimportant? Basically just trying to show the client that what they are believing isn't rational, and that there is a more rational way of thinking about their situation and the activating event. Lastly, the client and therapist will examine the philosophies, emotions, and behaviors that are more rational and healthier for the individual in regard to their situation. So they would be then replacing those irrational beliefs with rational behavior.